Hello YouTube, it's Rob, Maxwells Grass Cutting Services based in the northeast of England. I hope everybody is well and having a really good day. Today's video, I did a video last week about scarification. It was just a small lawn using my Weibang scarifier, and I mowed the lawn, scarified it a couple of times, gave it a mow to tidy it all up, edged it, trimmed it, leaf blew it, made it look nice, put a bit of compost down, some seed down, and that was it. Simple job. And I'll show you a bit of that now. So that's that. I put it up and I have been inundated with messages. Rob, how much did you charge? Now, I know a lot of people on YouTube don't like to talk about money. And I understand why, but I also understand why people ask. There's many reasons, isn't there? And I think the main reason is they want to check that they're not too cheap, or they're not too expensive. They just want to know what everybody else's price point is. And the standard answer is, we've all got different overheads and we all charge different things, but that doesn't cut it, does it? So I'm going to be honest with you. When I scarify, I have a minimum charge of 60 quid. And that has got to be something that takes about an hour and a half. And then after that, I work it out. 35 quid an hour. Let me explain. Okay, every household up and down the country will have a lawnmower, or 99.9%, won't they? And most of them are 50 quid specials from August. And that's why we get loads of calls at this time of year saying, can you come and cut my lawn a one-off? Because they've let it go that high and their August machine won't cut it. It just doesn't cut the mustard, pardon the pun. So they get us out to get it under control so they can then manage it for the rest of the season. We charge a premium for that, don't we? Because, you know, it's because we've got £2,000 worth of machines that we can get that done. And it reverts back to the scarification. If Mr. and Mrs. Cannibody want to scarify their lawn, they've got to gander at the Team Valley in Gateshead. They've got to hire a machine. They've got to pay for delivery and collection. And then they've got to do the job themselves. And they need the expertise. And it's physically labour intensive. Now, I know it costs 60 quid to hire a scarifier from the hire company down in the Team Valley. So for me, my minimum charge is 60 quid. And I've done scarifying jobs that have took me less than an hour and I've charged 60 quid. And the customers have been over the moon because they know it's far easier to pay me 60 quid to do the front lawn than them trying to do it themselves with a hire machine or try and buy a little electric one. So that's where I'm at. Then if I go and I look and think it's a front lawn, it's a back lawn, it's 4 hours, it's 140 quid, 4 times 35. And then on top of that, you've got, if they need the waste away, I have to charge for the waste. And then I have to charge for a little bit of grass seed and then some compost to top dress. And I like to buy the Clover Professional range from the local garden centre, 75 litres, it costs 7.5 quid. And I just charge them that at cost because I'm always passing it. So I'm not bothered about that. So that's where I am at scarifying. Am I too cheap? I don't know. I get a lot of work, so I might be too cheap, and I'm looking forward to your feedback. But my pricing plan, people talk about minimum rates or a minimum charge. Do I have one? Yeah, it's 20 quid. But when it's £20, that means I'm mowing a postage stamp and it's local. And I've got a couple of fortnightly lawns where they take me 15-20 minutes and it's 20 quid to mow, trim, blow, mow again and go and make it look nice. Keep it neat between mid-March and the end of October. And they're cracking little jobs. But my standard price, if I go to an address and I'm mowing a lawn and I mow it, I trim it, I leaf blow it, and then I mow it again. That's what I tend to do. I tend to double cut my medium lawns up to about 250 square metres. And it's 35 quid for 55 minutes to an hour. But my hour wouldn't be Mr. and Mrs. Cannybody's because I've got a HRX 537 200cc engine Honda lawnmower. But if they were to do it with a little electric one for 50 quid from Argos, it's going to take them 2 hours, isn't it? So because of the specialist equipment we've got, the lawnmower, the strimmer, the leaf blower, we can get in and out and get it done professionally in an hour. And I want 35 quid for that. And the way I model my day is, we've all 8-hour day, okay? Leave the house at just before 9 o'clock, but I've got to load the van beforehand, because I unload my van every day and I load the van every day, so that's time. Travel to the first job, and then we've got billable hours. Yeah, how many hours can you bill a day? Mine's an average of 6 hours a day, because you've got your traveling time between jobs, you've got a bit of lunch, you've got a little cup of tea, you've got, you know, you can't have 8 billable hours a day. If you do, you're going to be working 10 hours a day, and you'll burn yourself out, especially at my age. I'm 54. So I average 6 billable hours a day. 6 times 35 is a canny day. You work it out. Yeah. Now, people are going to say, Rob, you're too cheap, you're too expensive, you shouldn't be talking about money. But I get requests, and as a YouTuber, do we have responsibility to be honest? Yeah. Now, some jobs are more than £35. Some of my commercial work, and some jobs where they're a pain, they're up a hill like that, and they're awkward, you know, because apples aren't apples, are they? It's like hedge trimming. If you go to trim a hedge, Mr. and Mrs. Cannybody will probably, you find your hedge is up to a chest height, they'll do it. And you don't get many of those. But when they start to go up a height and you need your 6-foot Hendon ladders, triple ladders out, and you need your long reach combi tool and you're 14, 15 feet up doing your hedge, they can't do that. A, because they're not physically capable of. B, because they don't want to. And C, because they don't have the skill set to do it. Well, you want more than 35 quid an hour for that, don't you? I would say you want double for that, because it's a specialist role. So apples aren't apples. But that's my pricing structure, being dead honest. I'll never be a millionaire when I'm happy and I earn a living, and you have a good season, 32 weeks, and then you're getting you into work, and you try and build up as much as you can over the winter just to keep you going. Yeah, we're not going to be millionaires, but I'm happy doing what I do. It's physical work. I enjoy going home tired, that feeling that you've done a day's graft. I work for myself. Nobody tells me what to do. Mr. and Mrs. Cannybody with a pain, they're gone. But fortunately, most of my customers are lovely people. A lot of customers I don't even see. There's customers I've worked for 4 or 5 years. I've never seen them. All I've done is we message via text message, and that's not something which isn't normal in our profession, you know. So anyway, that's me today. I've answered the question. I've tried to be as honest and open as I can. Am I wrong? Am I too cheap? Am I too expensive? Let me know. I'd look forward to your feedback. I really do. Anyway, I've got to go now. I've got to go and do a couple of hours up in a place called Springwell Village. Look after a lady's garden up there. Lovely person. I'll get a nice cup of tea as well. So you take care. Thanks for watching. Remember, when the green gold's growing, keep mowing. It's growing at the minute, isn't it? All the best now. Take care. See you soon.